Hello, I'm Trent, aka O Trademark here. I want to talk to you guys about kind of the usage of the time chamber during an event. In my opinion, this is the best use of it. You'll notice that I got my first Raizo here. I just finished duplicating him for the first time. I sat in this time chamber the whole time with a full team of time affecting units. So this is my double lightspeed team plus some extra single lightspeeds I got from the Summer Island. And I'm using this time multipliers plus a time event, plus the major time event to get a 15.25x time multiplier. And so you'll notice that I started, after I got my first duplicate of him, I started another duplicate right away. And he's got about, 29, we'll just say 30 hours. So if we divide that by our multiplier, 15.25, it's going to take about 1.96 hours or 2 hours for me to duplicate Daizo again. So I'm basically duplicating the non-shiny, non-passive version of this to get some sacrifices for when I limit break him. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it again. But while I'm waiting here in the time chamber, since there's not much to do in the time chamber aside from run around, look for fruits and whatnot, what I like to do during this time period is basically head over to the reroll machine, passive machine, and this all works while you're utilizing your time team. You should also be equipping any of your time avatars that you have. So Gyome actually has a time multiplier. Why can't I think of her name? I have Rian. As soon as I can get the avatar coins to sacrifice a Rian, she has an amazing time and luck multiplier, and I would probably be using hers right now, especially when you open. It's the best avatar to use. But basically what we're going to do here is we're going to take our Raizo that we have, and the goal is to get a very, very good passive on him. So we have 16.3 thousand reroll tokens that we basically gambled through the dupe machine. If you guys missed that video, go check out the last one that we posted here. But we're looking for some secret passives. That's really what we want to try and get, is a secret passive, ideally Protagonist. Protagonist is the best passive in the game, both for DPS wise, and then I guess for utility, there's other ones that are obviously better. The only thing bad about the regular passive reroll machine is that you cannot roll lightspeed in here, which is probably the second best passive. But I would take a Protagonist or a God or even a Time Lord or Monster first, even though I might roll off it later. The other thing you really, really want to do, you want to do this every single time you get a brand new Divine and you're rolling for a passive on it. You want to activate Diligent 3 and you want to activate Diligent 2 and maybe even Diligent 1. The reason for this is basically you're trying to boost the levels of the unit for this particular update. Okay, so we're going to start the rolls, but essentially what I'm trying to do is get some levels on the unit through Diligent 3 or Diligent 2, and then I incubate it with the Diligent on there, cap it out, pull it out, and then roll off of it. So I look for a secret passive after I've gained some levels on the unit. Let's go ahead and start rolling here. I'll show you guys the auto roll. It's such a nice little feature here. Adds us, still it's pretty exciting, but it's actually just more of kind of a fluid rerolling system. Really like that. I also like that I can kind of just keep up the index and look through here. You'll notice the odds for a secret passive is 0.025. So collectively, if you add the 4 secret passives up, they're actually 0.1% chance, which is basically 1 in 1,000 chance. So what's that's telling us is that, if we use, hypothetically, if we use about 1,000 reroll tokens on average, we should hit one of these 4 secret passives here. However, while we're rolling, I am hoping that we hit Diligent 3 or Diligent 2 so that we can put some levels into Raizo, because ultimately he's going to be our main damage dealer once he's limit broken. And for this particular update, if we can even give him an extra 3 levels over the cap, he's going to be much, much stronger than if we just didn't roll for Diligent. So leader 3, we saw Blessing a little bit earlier, so we're seeing quite a bit of mythic passives. That's good. And now we're just hoping for that Diligent 3 or Diligent 2, or obviously Protagonist is the big one. That would be the penultimate. That gives us, there we go, Diligent 2. So now, like I was saying, we can actually pump this unit up with levels. So if I look at my units here, you'll notice a lot of them have protagonists. So this unit will cap out at 430. This chief maid right here will cap out at 440, and then Daira will cap out at 425. So the unit that I need the least in the time chamber is actually that Gyome there. So I'm gonna just basically go over here to Gyome. I'm gonna switch this out, and whoops, that was the wrong unit that I just switched out. Let's see, that was Daira. That's not the one we want. Let's withdraw this and look for that incubator. Okay, so they're just like Unique in AA. Yeah, so a lot of people have brought that up. The 1 in 1,000 chance for a secret passive is very similar to the 1 in 1,000 chance for Unique. However, what I've always talked about, you know, when we talk about the streams and anime simulators, the difference is the availability of farming reroll tokens free to play. So you'll notice here, I'm gonna pop Raizo in here. Here he is. Incubate him. He's gonna get up to 423, and then we can go pull him out again. But I'm gonna head back to the time chamber because, again, what I want you guys to realize, if I go farm a like a dungeon, I'm gonna get like 50 rerolls from just 30 minutes of this, right? So I have 16,000 reroll tokens that I've just farmed over, you know, over the past couple of years in the game, and like they're just accumulated here. So it makes it a much different experience of like actually rolling for anime or for Unique and Anime Adventures. Not to mention that I can actually choose which passives I actually stop on. So since my Raizo is actually in the, one is being duplicated and one's in the incubator, we can't actually roll on those two. I'm going to roll on my Rian here. I got 2 decent mythic passives on her in case I want to turn her into a utility unit, but I'm kind of hoping we can get like a secret on her. So I'll do the same thing as we did for the other unit, except for I'm going to turn off Diligent 2 because I already have a Diligent 2, and we're just going to go for secrets or Diligent 3 on her. And if we get this, then we'll basically move forward. But yeah, like it just feels like such a better experience. I mean, you could play all day in Anime Adventures and earn what, like 2 rerolls, versus here it actually feels like you can invest time into getting progression on your passives and your units. So let's see if we can get something juicy here. Rian's a very good divine, quite a bit more popular or more powerful than the Summer Island divines. However, Raizo, well, there's a Ghostly. Raizo is like, he actually got buffed. He used to be 500 base damage higher than the shiny Rian. They buffed him to 4.3k base damage as shiny at level 1 compared to 3.2k on Rian. So Raizo is literally like 1100 damage, base damage higher, which is pretty insane. Raizo is definitely the best unit in the game, so that's the one that you should be spending the most of your tokens on. But Rian is a good secondary pick for me, especially if I can get something like Protagonist or even Time Lord would be great, or even Diligent 3 for now would actually work out quite well. So I'm not going to use too many actual reroll tokens here. We don't want to spend a ton with, and we want to save a lot for Raizo is what I'm getting at as soon as he comes out of incubator. So maybe we'll go down to about 16,000 and see if we've hit any mythics. We could also change and add some of the lucky passives to it. Oh, there we go. We hit Diligent 3, which means for Rian, I'm just going to swap this one that has Diligent 3. I'm just going to grab this one, Diligent 2, since it's worse. And we're just going to take off this Diligent 3, and then we're just going to go for the secrets, because, again, the ideal role here is getting Protagonist and being able to push Rian 10 levels above the cap. and then we could do some cool things with her above the gap by rolling into some DPS passives. So we'll kind of look at that. Okay, so the raid is in a minute. I do need to do these raids, so we're gonna interrupt this real quick to head over to the raid, because right now one of the most important things I'm trying to do is actually get a is to get some avatar coins. I will be honest, out of all the things that I've loved about this AFS update, I hate the avatar coins. They're absolutely atrocious drop rate. I've been streaming for 30 hours, nearly 31 hours now, and I've gotten a total of 8 avatar coins. And that was only in 2 raids out of like over 50. We got our first, one of the earlier raids, maybe our 5th or 6th raid, we got 7 avatar coins, I think, and then we got the code. If you guys haven't redeemed the code, I think Brazil on top is the one that will give you 3 avatar coins. And after that, we literally didn't get an avatar coin for like 40 opens. And just like an hour ago, the game trolled me so hard because I finally got an avatar coin, and it was a single freaking avatar coin from the raid. Hopefully we can break our bad luck curse here. We really need at least 4 avatar coins. I've heard that drop luck does affect this, but when I got only 1, or that it affects the quantity that you're given, but when I only got 1 avatar coin, I had the same drop multiplier, 120.25 x, which is, I think that's pretty much myth busted, because if you have 120 multiplier and you're only getting 1 freaking avatar coin, that's just really awful. What I hope they do is they increase the drop rate, and then rather than, some players were getting like 6, 7, 10, 14. I even saw someone say they got 21 coins from a raid. Rather than just give a bunch of coins like that, what I would rather see happen with raids is where like you get like 1 every raid. So at least if you do 5 raids, you're going to get, be able to get the avatar of your choice once you have the divine as well. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, the avatar coin system right now is pretty infuriating. And yeah, there we have it. I don't think I'm gonna roll anymore, unfortunately. I guess we'll do a few more on Rianne, just see if we can get one last hurrah. Let's just turn on all the mythics and see what we get as our first either mythic or secret. And there we go. And we hit Ace. Ace is actually really a strong free to play. It's a guaranteed crit, and the crit multiplier is 2x. So it's like a kind of like a 50% DPS increase here. So it's a very strong passive, especially if you limit break it and combine it with something like God or Protagonist. So we'll keep that for now. That's it for me, guys. Good luck on your rerolls. Try and utilize this time chamber to basically boost those limit break machines, those clone machines, all those machines that you're gonna basically be utilizing to speed them up in the time chamber, doubling it up with the time affecting units. That's it for me, guys. Malo Alpito, thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out of here.